exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Off my back, bro. Lord, you win. I'm gonna win. Lord, you win. We win it.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. It shows you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
In a twist that feels ripped straight from a prestige streaming drama, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has forced himself to the center of the most controversial scandal in modern hip-hop. And he did it with cameras rolling, on the eve of Netflix's release of Sean Combs' The Reckoning, a 4-part docuseries dissecting Sean Diddy Combs' legal collapse. The imprisoned mogul and his attorneys launched a full-throated assault on the project, accusing Netflix, the filmmakers, and 50 Cent of blatant theft, personal vendettas, and weaponizing footage never meant to see daylight.
Is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in she's like 18, like 19 years old in the very beginning. After a while, over time, you conditioned for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
What was once a petty, one-sided rap beef has now mushroomed into a war involving Hollywood studios, federal prosecutors, civil litigators, prison officials, and two of the biggest names hip-hop has ever produced. And for the first time in decades, the power dynamic between the two men has flipped.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Combs. All of these reincarnations, all those name changes are attached to really bad deeds.
Everything in life, you're gonna have people that are bad and people that are good. You have to choose your side.
Diddy and 50 Cent have spent nearly 20 years circling each other in interviews, diss tracks, and thinly veiled social media jabs. For years, it was treated like hip-hop entertainment, 50 teasing Diddy's music, his image, even his liquor brand. Diddy brushed it off, insisting there was no real animosity.
For before-scene footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. He has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Off my back, bro. Lord, you win.
I'm gonna win.
Lord, you win. We win it.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it show you his character.
was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning, after a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Wow, that was some finish right there. Thank you, Robin, for that. Sean Combs' The Writing will be streaming worldwide on Netflix tomorrow.
That narrative detonated the moment the federal government indicted Diddy in 2024, launching an avalanche of civil accusations, sealed testimony, and nationwide headlines. And while Diddy fought for his freedom, 50 Cent seized the cultural moment. What began as commentary soon intensified into something much more direct, the creation of a documentary empire built around Diddy's downfall. But no one predicted that the most explosive footage in the entire story would be footage Diddy paid someone to film himself. According to Diddy, speaking through his lawyers from a federal prison in New Jersey, the most damning element of Netflix's docuseries is not the allegations, testimonies, or decades of behind-the-scenes misconduct. It's the footage of himself. Footage he says was private, filmed 6 days before his September 2024 arrest, part of an unfinished documentary he was producing about his own legacy, containing conversations with lawyers, containing strategy discussions, phones containing privileged communications. This is the footage now headlining Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Diddy's team calls it stolen footage, illicitly obtained, and part of a shameful hit piece carried out by a longtime adversary. Netflix insists the opposite, that they obtained everything legally. Documentary director Alexandra Stapleton said the team moved heaven and earth to verify rights and protect the videographer who shot it. But the burning question remains: how did 50 Cent, Diddy's biggest enemy, end up with Diddy's most sensitive private film? Netflix refuses to say. 50 Cent refuses to say. The filmmaker refuses to say. Diddy's lawyers insist they will find out in court. The footage itself is stunning. Diddy, pacing inside a luxury suite at the Park Hyatt, speaks into a cell phone, frustration spilling into every word. "Listen to me," he says. "I'm going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. Y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing." In another moment, he's shown interacting with fans before asking for hand sanitizer and a bath, saying he's been in the streets amongst the people. These intimate, unpolished moments, now broadcast to millions, were never meant for public consumption. They show not the mogul, the legend, the bad boy boss, but a man watching his empire collapse from the inside. It is undeniably powerful television. It is also undeniably the heart of Diddy's fury. Diddy's life unraveled quickly once federal agents moved in, first at his Miami mansion, then in hotels, then in airports. The September 2024 arrest was a national spectacle, followed by a 2-month federal trial marked by emotional testimony from his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura and other accusers. Ultimately, Diddy was convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy was acquitted of sex trafficking. Diddy was acquitted of racketeering charges. The acquittals saved him from a potential life sentence, but the convictions ensured prison time, and the ensuing investigations, including the discovery of ketamine and MDMA in his hotel room, guaranteed that the scandal wouldn't die with the verdict. As Diddy serves a 50-month sentence, Netflix, Peacock, independent filmmakers, and now 50 Cent have all turned his downfall into televised event programming. But Sean Combs, The Reckoning is, without question, the boldest, most controversial project yet, because of who is controlling it. When 50 Cent sat beside director Alexandra Stapleton on Good Morning America, he was unusually calm, measured, almost philosophical. "It's not personal," he said. "If I didn't say anything, the world might think hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal." It was the type of statement that made the room go quiet, because for the first time, 50 Cent framed himself not as a troll or entertainer, but as a moral voice holding the industry accountable. On social media later, he shifted back into the familiar villain role, posting memes, jokes, and taunts aimed at Diddy. But the serious undertone remains. 50 Cent is positioning himself as the man who forced the truth into daylight. Diddy's team calls this characterization a lie. They say 50 Cent is the last person who should be involved in anything related to victims, morality, or justice. They point to his own past accusations, which 50 Cent denies, and argue that giving him creative power over Diddy's story is proof Netflix intended to produce a hit piece, not a documentary. They call Netflix's deal with 50 Cent shameful, unethical, and deeply biased. They say Netflix and CEO Ted Sarandos knew Diddy had been filming his entire life since age 19 for his own documentary, and they insist Netflix is simply capitalizing on a media circus, even as Diddy faces nearly 70 civil lawsuits. Hollywood insiders are divided. Camp number 1, this is journalism, fair game. They argue that documentary filmmakers routinely obtain materials from third parties. If the footage was given legally, Netflix has every right to air it, and Diddy can take it up with the courts. Camp number 2, this sets a dangerous precedent. If a network can air private, privileged footage shot for a different project, what prevents studios from weaponizing anyone's old material? For Netflix, it's a gamble, but one with massive viewership upside. Because love him or hate him, Diddy is the biggest scandal in entertainment, and 50 Cent is the biggest instigator. Stapleton describes her project as a mirror reflecting what we are saying when we put celebrities on pedestals. But the series is more than a biographical takedown. It includes interviews with jurors, witnesses recounting decades of allegations, experts weighing in, new accusations emerging, Diddy's own voice from inside prison. It arrives at a moment when Diddy's legacy is undergoing the most extreme reevaluation of any hip-hop figure in history, and 50 Cent is placing himself in the middle of that rewriting process. Diddy is appealing his conviction. He is fighting dozens of civil lawsuits. He is not ruling out suing Netflix. He is not ruling out suing 50 Cent, and Netflix, unfazed, is preparing for record viewership. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continues posting about the documentary, celebrating its release, clowning his rival, and branding himself as hip-hop's moral watchdog. The rivalry that began with jokes, music, and egos has now become a defining cultural moment, one that forces the world to confront the power of media, fame, and accountability when the cameras never stop rolling. In the end, one man is in prison, one man is producing the story of his fall, and both are shaping the future of hip-hop in ways no one saw coming.